What was up with the teachers bullying autistic kids in high school?
It really is true. And this is true even on non mainstream education as well. I'm trying to think. There was a teacher who made me cry on the first day in third grade. And I think that was realistically why I started talking back to people for a long time, because I think something in me just snapped and said, "Who the fuck are you to do this to me on the first day of school, no less? Fuck you." There was somebody who was a cunt in fifth grade. I, a lot of special ed teachers are like this too. Like they'd have this reward program, but they'd take a reward away if you did something wrong. And then if you got mad about it, they'd take more away, which is just complete and utter BS. There should be an invincibility buffer, so to speak, like there is in video games, if you're going to do that. And she also in seventh grade accused me of assaulting her because, again, I put my hand over her mouth because she was just doing this thing where she's like, "I get to do whatever I want." I'm like, and she's trying to call the principal, and I'm like, no, stop. And she doesn't listen, so then I do that like in the movies. They don't teach you that stuff that the movies don't work, do they? I really think there's also, even in non-mainstream education, there was people who they would have these things called cautions that they would give you if you misbehaved. And if you got two of them, you were sent to the hall. And if you got three of them, you were sent to the timeout room. So there was the fact, and it's like they would do it for arbitrary reasons, like making jokes during class reading. It was just really uncalled for. People could have just said, "Hey, come on, that's not really nice. That's kind of rude. You shouldn't say it." No, you have a caution. I really am not missing school at all. Even in freaking college, I'd have to say, even in college, people would give me a hard time. There was a guy named Professor Capaldi in Valparaiso University, and I'm going to name drop this motherfucker because fuck him. He basically made me work on a group project solo after two groups discarded me like used trash. And then had the audacity to grade me really harshly as if I didn't complete the whole project. It's like, well, I was the only one who was doing it alone, so why should I have to complete the whole project? God, thank God for Professor Sullivan. That's all I can say. I went to his class I think his name was Sullivan. I went to his class to finish up calculus, and he actually gave a shit. He actually helped me a lot, and I'm like, so it's like, thank you. There are some good ones. There are some good ones out there, but a lot of them are assholes, and I think that needs to be said, and something needs to be done about it, because as the person who I'm stitching with goes on to say, life is hard enough already when you're on the spectrum. We don't need people like this making it harder by acting like you're egregious assholes.